Hello students, today we will be going over additive inverse. Our objective, I can explain an additive inverse or a zero pair. First thing we want to do is match the opposites. We have withdraw, spent, and debit. So, which part of that would be opposites of withdraw, spent, and debit? And that would be withdraw. If you take money out of somewhere, the opposite would be deposit. Spent or you earned, and debit is credit, so we know that goes with that. Okay. Now, we have the picture of the submarine. Descend, fall, dive, and down. So descend, the opposite of descend is to ascend. So this is going down, and this is going up. So that would go with that one. Now this, if you dropped something or you rose something up, that's what the difference would be in there, the opposite, okay? So helium atoms had 2 protons and 2 electrons. So protons are positive and electrons are negative. So we have, we're supposed to fill in this table. Net result in words, you're going to have 2 positives and 2 negatives. And so we've got, so net result in words equals 0. So number of 0 pairs, I should have drawn that over there. Okay, so 2 positives and 2 negatives equals 0. Hopefully you can see that good. Okay. The treasure map said to take 10 steps north, so I'm here. I'm going to go 10 steps. My steps are going to look like dots. And then 8 steps south. Okay. So net result in words, I'm going to put 8 or 10 plus negative 8. How many pairs? Okay, so basically we're going to have 8 steps north, and then, or 10 steps north and 8 steps south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 8. We're left with positive 2. And how many number of 0 pairs? 8. Okay, the next one I can let you draw the money. And then she spent $5. I'm going to let you do the rest of this one. And I'll do a couple of problems on the back. So number 1 on page 2 says give the additive inverse. So number 1, and the additive inverse is basically how do we get back to 0? So number 1 is 21. The additive inverse is negative 21. Okay, number 2, negative 45. How do you get back to 0? Positive 45. Okay. And so forth. Number 9, negative 3/8. How do you get back to 0? Positive 3/8. And then down at the bottom, you just need to solve. Remember, if you're adding or subtracting negatives and positive, you ask yourself, is it a battle or a party? And mainly, if it's subtraction, you change it to a positive and change the sign of the number behind it, okay? And then multiplication and division are the same. If the signs are different, it's a negative. Okay, so again, for adding, it's again battle or party, and then the rest of this is multiplication. And if it's multiplication or division and the signs are the same, your answer is positive. And if your signs, again, are the same, positive. And if your signs are different, it's negative. So if you have a negative number divided by a negative number, it's positive. Positive divided by positive equals positive. Okay. So I can do a couple down below. Okay, right over here. So that's a battle, and we have to subtract. So it's 56. And you carry the sign of who had the most men, and 58 did. The other one, number 18, 29 divided by 0, that is actually undefined. So you cannot divide it by 0. So you just put undefined. Okay? You can get the rest of the page too, students. You rock.